Hello and welcome to this mid-morning taste challenge. We have two Canadian blended whiskeys with no age statement, and here's what they look like in the bags. They're both from Diageo and they're both Crown Royal variants. So let's open this. Feels like a leather. I don't think it's actual leather. It just feels like a leather bag. I don't know what the actual fabric is. Some kind of felt. I was thinking it might have a tag on it. Gold with purple. Okay, here's the bottle. Crown Royal Reserve. Introduced in 1991 as Crown Royal Special Reserve. In fact, if you look at the bottle cap, it still says Crown Royal Special Reserve. If I can get this to focus, it's like they never bothered changing the bottle cap, even though this was renamed Crown Royal Reserve. Crown Royal Special Reserve. Crown Royal Reserve. Okay. This one is Crown Royal Black. Introduced in 2010. It's a high proof Crown Royal, 45% alcohol as opposed to the traditional 40%. Black felt. Black canvas, not felt, black canvas. Like it's different. Okay. Denim blue jeans. Crown Royal is a difficult product to deal with. All right, the black looks darker. Probably, I was gonna say it probably has more caramel color added. I don't know that. I don't know if they have caramel color at all, although I suspect they do. It's not a lot, but that might be enough. Hopefully, it's enough. I'll put the website links below. So Crown Royal Black will run you about $28 if you're lucky, and the reserve / special reserve will run you about, I don't think it's enough, $45. 43 at Mathern's right now, $42.99. That should be enough. It's not tough. All right. All righty then. Okay. So yeah, the black is darker. As you can see, the special reserve is more amber and the black is more like copper. No, just straight up brown, really. This is more like copper. I don't know. I'm not a colorologist. Now I got to close my eyes because if I see the darker one, I'm going to know what it is. Wings and Pizza says, what makes it special? Good question. According to the website, there's and the bottle and the box that came in, they're saying that they only use the top 1% of all the Crown Royal barrels that they have on site. They're not claiming to use a different recipe. It's not higher strength. They don't say it's aged longer. None of those things. They're just saying they pick the top best 1% of what they have available and bottle it. I don't have any impression that they're lying about that. But does that mean the top 1% is that much better than the other 99? Well, they see there's the question, you see, because you're going to pay twice the price. Well, the 90 proof Crown Royal Black, we know what the difference there. It's 45% alcohol versus 40%, and it looks darker. So that's a clear indicator of a clear difference. Corn. Like popcorn. Yeah, more or less the same thing, but maybe not as strong, which is making me think that's the 80 proof. That's the 90. Let's try them out. As you can see, I didn't pour a lot, so I got to really taste it heavy on these little pours. Feel like it's got more body, heavier body, a fuller experience, higher proof. Yeah. Same old popcorn taste though, with a little rye spice, a little bit of wood, not too much wood. Does it taste like bourbon? Not really. Tastes like Canadian blended whiskey. Really, just it tastes like bourbon in the corn sense of the word, of the experience, but not overall. Not. If you gave this to me blind, I don't think I'd be guessing bourbon. No, nope. Seems lighter. So that's the thing. They're saying we're picking the top 1% of all the Crown Royal barrels, from those barrels, or the top 1% barrels, however they look at it. Because I guess it would, the barrel will be all the same stuff. So, but the question is that top 1% that much better or really any different than the bottom 99%? You see the problem? You say, well, a master blender is going to know the difference. He's doing this all day. That's his job. That's his career. You're just tasting stuff. You don't know, you're not that deep into it. That's true. And same thing with most of the consumers. They're not just sitting around all day in a laboratory breaking these things down on 50 different attributes and all of that. So, it's got a prettier bottle. It's a little fancier looking, but you got to. I think you should. I don't know, you don't have to. I'm thinking you should look at it that way. Or at least give that, or entertain the possibility that could be the case. I don't want it to seem like I'm attacking the product, so I'm not. I'm not. I actually bought them. They weren't given to me, and I'm enjoying the flavors. Yeah, simple. Not quite as simple in this. Yeah, now the fire is coming through here. The power underneath, despair. So the power is coming through. So this must be the 90 proof Canadian Crown Royal Black. Okay. Is one really better than the other? I don't guess really, no. So now we're talking about $38. No, $28 versus 44. $18 better. $18 better. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I do not think that is the case that they gave me. Whiskey was the case that they gave me. I don't think so. So this must be the reserve / Special Reserve. I got it right, finally. Do I have complaints about it? Something on my shirt. No, I don't have complaints about it. Would I buy it again? Yeah, in theory, not in reality, because I got so many others I want to get through. I wouldn't really buy it again. But that doesn't mean anything because I'm not gonna buy anything again because of this taste challenge thing that I'm doing. So would I buy it again? Theoretically, hypothetically, I would buy it again. I would recommend it. Yeah, go buy it. Crown Royal Reserve. It's yummy. But then so is the regular Crown Royal. All right. So anyway, just saying. Nice bottle. KS says back in the 1960s, my grandpa always looked forward to buying Crown Royal and O'Keeffe's ale when fishing in Canada. Both were exclusively sold in Canada at the time. Yeah, Crown Royal did not hit the U.S. market until 1964. 1964, Crown Royal was introduced to the United States. Now, it might have been slow at first, like maybe, who knows, maybe for the first 10 years you could barely find it. I don't know that. But it might have not hit like a big splash, like, oh, Crown Royal. It might have just been, there's some Crown Royal, and people say, what in the world is that? Then it might slowly build. Now, who doesn't know what it is? You know, it's the number one selling whiskey in the United States for the last 2 years at least. Craig Swenson says, Ron, keep on keeping on. I'm planning on it. Thank you, Craig Swenson. So I was able to tell them apart, even very little pours. Didn't really pour enough, but maybe I'm becoming stingy. I don't think I am. I drank that whole 24-ounce can of Modelo Oro. You're gonna laugh. You say, "Oh wow, what a bunch of alcohol that is! That light 90-calorie thing." I know. Oh yeah, you'll like that video or hate it. I don't know what to make of it, but I gave an honest review. That's for sure. Whether you think my review is bad or not, I don't know, but it's gonna stay up there. It's getting posted. Uh, so the winner, I told him I could tell him apart, but to me, Hector Lopez says morning. Ronald, morning to you, Hector. 8:16 a.m. California time. To me, all things considered, the price and availability, they're both pretty available. So that's not. Sometimes Total Wine doesn't have it, probably because people buy it all, but they usually have it. They always got Crown Royal Black because it's so common. But yeah, considering everything, I just soon go with Crown Royal Black. Tell you the truth, it's not better than the Reserve, but I can't sit here and talk about how it's worse. So and it is $18 cheaper. So yeah, you may as well. I'm getting low, huh? Oh boy, I got what, 3 taste challenges left with it? Yeah, no way I'll get 4 out of it, but that's all right. I'm not buying anymore. But yeah, it's fine. You know, fine. This is a 750 milliliter bottle. That's that. This bottle looks bigger, but it's because it's taller. You know, it's skinnier and taller. It's 750. Now, this upcoming weekend, Saturday, I think it's going to be a very interesting taste challenge because it's going to be the Crown Royal Blenders Mash, but my bottle says Bourbon Mash because my bottle came out before they made them change it to Blenders Mash. It's the same product. It's a bourbon made in Canada by Crown Royal, but they can't call it bourbon because it's made in the United States, so they call it Blenders Mash. But whatever the case is, really is a bourbon, you know. But oh well. And that runs about about 28. I like the Crown Royal Black, about $28 a bottle. I got it for 24. I was glad. But I think it's going to kill. well, I don't know about kill, but it's going to win. I think it's going to win. I think the Crown Royal Blenders Mash, or in my case, the bottle of bourbon mash, I think it's going to win. I think they did a great job with that product, even with all the name controversy and all that flim flam stuff. I think it's going to win. I think it's a better product. I would buy it. I would recommend it over the Reserve, even though I'm touting the Reserve, and I think the Reserve is worth buying. So, can I still buy the Blenders Mash? Oh, yeah, I know where I could find 20 bottles of it. But I'm not looking to buy it again. But yeah, so then I'm not going to do the Northern Harvest Rye, which would be nonsensical. That's a rye whiskey. 95% rye, that's going to go into rye taste challenges, clearly. I mean, it's Canadian blended in the sense that it's 95% rye blended with 5% other grains like corn or barley. But it's a rye whiskey, you know, it's at least 51% rye. So that's going to be up. That goes in the rye taste challenges, which I have many coming up. But look at all the Canadian blended whiskeys I do have to go up against Crown Royal Reserve. Too many, probably. You'll get sick of looking at it. I won't get sick of doing the taste challenges. You know, I won't get sick of that, but you might get sick of looking at it. And then once we're off the Canadian whiskey, maybe at the end of this month, it might drag on till the end of the month. I don't know. You see how many I have. Then we're going to move on to Irish blended whiskey. Blended whiskey. And I have a product which I know very little about, and I don't really see it much, but I know it's around. I don't know how popular it is. My feeling is probably not too popular, but it's called the Busker. And it's a green label. It's called the Busker Triple Distilled, sort of like their version of Jameson type thing. I cannot comment on it. I have never tried it. I will watch the video reviews, however many or few they have. I don't know if the Busker is going to compete very well. I get the impression that it's going to do pretty well. And I'm looking forward to it. And then I have single malts coming up. Scotch whiskey. Another product that people are going to be like, what in the world is this? I said that when I saw it at the store. What in the world is this? But for $20.99, $20.99, as you can imagine, the price is going up. I figured, what the heck? Single malt Scotch whiskey, Speyside. I'll give it a go. Haven't watched a single review and never read about it. It's called, oh, it doesn't matter because it's going to be too far for now. And then I got blended Scotch. I can tell you which one that's going to be. That's going to be the White Horse. A famous brand. It's been on the market since 1890. Yep. So that would be a lot of fun. A lot of fun with whiskey. And then by the end of summer, then we'd be on to brandy. And I got two new brandy bottles I bought. One is, well, neither one is well known, so yeah, never mind that. All right, so but they're available, not here, but there, not in this town, but closer to New Orleans. Yeah. All right, thank you, Total Wine and More, for giving us this great variety. And also, shame on y'all for making your employees wearing masks way past the time when anybody else was, as though they were slaves. Oh my goodness. All right, thanks everybody.